Hi, it's John Mosley, and I kind of wanted to talk to you about why choose network marketing as a business model and why you would want to get in the network marketing industry. First off, this industry creates more millionaires than any industry in the world, and that number is not even close. In the last 10 years, it's exploded. It's expanded 90%. In the last 10 years, it's grown. And it's just absolutely exploding. Warren Buffett, said to be the greatest financial mind that has ever lived. He actually purchased a company by the name of Pampered Chef, and Warren Buffett was quoted as saying, Pampered Chef was the greatest financial investment I have ever made, and it's a network marketing company. Ask yourself this. When the greatest financial mind that has ever lived does something in business, what do you think they call that to the rest of us? They call it a clue. They call it a clue. Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki, Bill Clinton, Paul Zane-Pilzer, they all endorse network marketing. So you got to really be careful who you take your financial advice from. You don't want to take your financial advice from somebody that's not doing very well financially. But a big reason why I personally do this industry in network marketing is because my mom, growing up, she was actually a single parent. My mom was a single parent growing up, and I watched her work her butt off. She actually worked about 2.5 hours driving distance from her job for the post office, a government job. She worked for the post office, 2.5 hour drive every single day. So she was getting up at 3, 4 in the morning just to get there at 6 or 7 every single day. She wouldn't come home from work where we lived. She wouldn't be home till about 7, 8, or 9 o'clock at times, sometimes 10 o'clock depending on the traffic, because we're in California, so you can imagine the traffic that there is, and it was crazy. So I never really got to see her as much growing up, so we had to raise ourselves a lot of the times. But she was a great mom. I watched her work her butt off and work really, really hard, always stressed out, not making the money she deserves. She worked for the post office for about 30 years. She worked for 30 years for the post office to retire on probably like $1,600 a month. So, a little saying I heard somebody once say, work 40 hours a day for 40 years of her life to retire on 40% of your income. It's just something that's ridiculous. And I've heard a lot of people say that the retirements are almost gone. Social Security retirements are going to be gone here pretty soon, so you won't be able to retire. So, you have to do something. And I know a lot of people in this industry, network marketing, in 10 months, they're making 6-figure incomes. 2 years, they're making 6-figure incomes, even 7-figure incomes. 3 years, 5 years, they're making 6 or 7-figure incomes. And I understand some of these guys might be extraordinary or might be absolutely amazing or heavy hitters or just some type of, saint or somebody that you're not, and you might believe that. But Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. So whatever you feel and believe in your heart is what you truly are. If you think you can do it, you can do it. If you think you can't, you can't. But I'm telling you, we're all created equal. If he can do it, you can do it. I've actually, a lot of stuff I wasn't capable of doing, I had to learn myself. I didn't really like talking to people and getting in front of the room and doing presentations and talking to people, but I was forced to learn because my dreams and goals, my dreams were bigger than my problems and bigger than my objections and bigger than, my struggles. And so if you have big dreams, you're not going to let anything stop you. So, even if these people are that good, making 6 or 7 figures in anywhere from 2 to 3 years, 2 to 5 years, what if it took you 7? What if it took you 10? But you're making 7 figures. You're making $1 million a year every single year. Even if it took you 10 years, what would that do for your life, Just absolutely amazing, and that is exactly why I do it. And I definitely want to teach my kids and my nieces and nephews to do the same, because the world is getting tougher and tougher. And think about how it's going to be for your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids' kids, your great-grandchildren, How is it going to be for them? If we don't do something, it's not going to change. And if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So I'd love for you to, jump on board. If you need help to find a good company, definitely give us a call. And I have my number, an 800 number, and a website on every single video. So I hope to, have you jump aboard on our team. Thank you very much.